Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and today I'm going to make my version of a bok choy soup. It's a good healthy soup, and because I'll tell you while I'm making this soup, I've had to change a lot of my eating style. So I guess I had to tweak my diet a little. I had to cut out sugar, so no goodies, and I had to add more fruit and vegetables. So I love soup. You all know that. So this is a good way for me to get the extra veggies, because I can eat this all throughout the day. If I get hungry or just want to munch, you can almost graze on it. So anyway, with the bok choy soup, I got a bunch of different vegetables. They're all washed. So I've got mushrooms and onions. I've got a yellow pepper, orange pepper and green peppers in here. I've got bok choy, celery, carrots, and a zucchini and a yellow squash. And then I also am going to put about a quarter cup of my homegrown beans in there. Those will be delicious. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to scooch you up here, because I'm going to show you how I make this soup. It is absolutely delicious. I also have fresh garlic. So I'm going to turn this over here so you can see. Okay, I'm going to turn my burner on. I'm going to put about a couple teaspoons of olive oil in there. I'm going to turn my burner up a little bit. And I'm going to start cutting these veggies, because I'm going to saute these. And I'm going to show you how I do that. It's like cooking with me. Now, I want bite-sized pieces, so I'm just going to cut this just like so. And I got 4 of these stalks of bok choy in there, but I might not use all 4. And I do want the greens in here as well. I want the green part of that stalk in here. I also have more greens in the refrigerator that I'm going to be adding to this. Okay? That's going to be really good. I told you the other day I got a good scare. And what has happened, I'm still not sure, because I have to go back to the doctor and stuff and have some further testing done. But they did discover my heart was, a little enlarged. So that to me is a good signal of heart disease. So I want to change everything I do. And, I was a smoker. I have since quit smoking. And I have changed my diet, and I know I was never one to sit around anyway, but this pandemic has done none of us any favors. So I've added a lot of exercise, a lot more than what I used to do, and in hopes that I can turn this around and continue to stay healthy through life. Now, this isn't a diet, friends. For me, this is definitely going to be a new way of life. Add a few onions or a few mushrooms. Now I'm gonna saute all this. And that's what I've always learned from my grandmother. If you saute your vegetables first, it just brings out the wonderful flavor in them. And I probably won't use all this onion. Let's see. But I like a lot of onion. I'll give you a look at that in just a few minutes, after I get most of these veggies cut up and put in there. I just want everything in good bite-sized pieces, so I don't want great big chunks in there. keep it stirred up because you don't want it to burn. I do need to add a little more of this olive oil. You can use any oil you want, but I do love cooking with olive oil. I'm going to turn that down just a little because, of course, it is my cast iron pan, and it does heat up fast, and it holds a lot of heat. So if you're using cast iron pans, you can cook with a little bit lower heat. Okay, I'm going to cut up some of this green pepper. Okay, get that stirred up in there. I'm going to get the rest of these cut up. I got a stalk of celery. I'm just going to cut it in half. All right. Nope, I got a few more pieces of pepper here. Okay, now I'm going to do this just a little bit more. I'm going to break off a couple cloves of my garlic here. These are excellent. Just give them a little smack and it peels right off of them. I got about 3 cloves here, and I'm just going to chop them as small as I can. Just run your knife through. You can put your finger on the end of your knife like so and just guide it right through there. Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Don't want to waste any. Okay, now I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up these other 2 pieces of bok choy. Because that is the star of the soup. It's beautiful out today. It's like 70 degrees outside, and it's sun shining. It was raining earlier, and I thought, oh gosh, a rainy day, good day to make some soup. Well, I want to get this soup done so I can go outside because it's gorgeous, and I want to enjoy that. We've been waiting for this nice weather for quite some time. There. Now, with my squash, I'm not going to put that in right away because I don't want mushy squash. So, I'm just going to chop this up and I'm going to leave it set aside for when my soup is just about done. I'll put it in there because the heat of the soup will cook it. And that way it won't be mushy. Nobody likes mushy vegetables. All right, so we are going to set that aside. Oh, I got this one. I might as well put this one in there. Move him aside. We're going to cut him all up. Okay, there. Now, let me scoot you up here. Okay, see how beautiful that is? Absolutely. Look at the color in there. Just gorgeous. Now, I also got a beautiful blend of organic greens, and it is Swiss chard, spinach, and kale. And I'm going to put a good, about a good couple handfuls of that in there, and let that wilt down as well. And that won't take long for that to wilt down. And by the way, I was always told for years and years and years that it was not a good idea for me to eat spinach or kale, because when you've got Hashimoto's disease, they were saying that it will interfere with your thyroid function. Well, friends, I just researched through the Mayo Clinic, and I requested a little information on that. And they said absolutely not. You can eat all the spinach and the kale and the greens that you want. And in fact, it would be very good for you to eat them. So I have started within the last month adding kale and spinach and greens to my diet. And it's fantastic. Okay, now that that's going, I have got some chicken. This is dark meat chicken from Chicken Thighs. See that? That is my home canned, and I canned it in broth. So I'm going to put that in there. Now you can make this soup without, or you can also make it with turkey, or pretty much any meat you want. Now I'm avoiding beef, so I'm going to use chicken. And the reason why I chose dark meat is because it is so rich in vitamin K, and that is something that is very, very good for you. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now I've got my home canned chicken broth. See that? Oh boy, that's going right in there. Gorgeous. Look at that. I'm also going to add a little bit of water to that, because I like a little extra broth. And that's going to be beautiful soup. Absolutely. Look at that. Okay, so I got that in there. I am also going to add my 1/4 cup of my beautiful homegrown beans. Beautiful. Look at them. And no, I didn't soak them. I'm just putting them in here because this is going to simmer, and they will cook very nicely. And just a hint, I don't want a bean soup. I just want a few of them in there. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in here. Actually, a little bit, because I do want some white pepper. I've got white pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. I'm going to put a nice handful of parsley in there. And I'm also going to put, let's see here, just a couple little fingerfuls of red pepper flakes. I just want a little bit of, spice in there. Spicy. And I'm going to put just a little bit of salt in here. And this is my sea salt. Okay. Give that a stir. Isn't that just gorgeous? And that's a very healthy soup. And you know what, friends? You can make this with any vegetable you want. You could put a little cabbage in here. Now, I wouldn't put broccoli and Brussels sprouts in here because they get real pungent. And they just overpower everything. So, but a little bit of cabbage would be okay. But I wouldn't use Brussels sprouts or broccoli in here, or cauliflower, or anything like that. Now, green beans you could put in here, and I do got, you know, frozen green beans, but I'm just going to leave mine just the way it is, because that's what I'm hungry for this day. But this is so nice because you can make it with all different kinds of stuff. So anyway, we're going to put the lid on this, and we're just going to turn this way down, and I'm just going to let that simmer away. And when it's done, beautiful. When it's done, I will bring you back and I'll show you how wonderful that turns out. Okay, friends, my soup is done and it looks delicious. So we're going to serve up a bowl. Look at all that color, the beans, the chicken, all those vegetables. That is gorgeous. Just take a look at that, friends. How beautiful is that? So there you have it. I hope you give this recipe a try, friends, because not only is it healthy for you, it is absolutely delicious. And remember, you can use any combination of vegetables you want in this soup. There you have it. Thanks for watching.